Hey, how are you guys doing? How's it going? What is up, my friends? And welcome back to a very special Christmas Eve live stream. And how are things going? Everything good? I feel like I just saw you guys like an hour ago, and it's like deja vu all over again because here we are all together again. Daniel, good to see you. How's everything going, my man? You're here for the fun Christmas festivities. Well, we are going to have that, my buddy. We are going to have it. I really enjoyed your live stream. I think you did a great job. I bet you were surprised at how quickly an hour went by because you went for a whole hour there. And I kind of got the feeling at the beginning, you didn't think it was going to be that long because you were just going to talk about pocket knives or something. But it was an entertaining hour. I had a great time in there with you. And, of course, Mike was on there with us. That was awesome, and it's been great hanging out with you on a bunch of different live streams and watching your videos, man. It's like we're kind of getting to know each other, which has been really super awesome. You are the man. And what is this that I see? A $2 super chat? Merry Christmas to you, Daniel. Thank you very much. This is my second ever super chat. I just don't know what to say. Lori gave me a Christmas gift last week, and left me speechless, and now you did exactly the same. Unbelievable. Let me see if I can. We gotta. You know what we gotta do? We gotta make this chat. Let's see here. Copy. We gotta make the chat the right theme. Tyler's here. How are you doing, buddy? There we go. Make it more of a winter style. You still got that flu, bud? Man, it's still a bit too much time running out in the woods building log cabins or something beating you up. That stinks, man. Hey, Tyler, before I forget, I want to say how much I respect how vulnerable and honest you were in your video when that cabin building experience was kind of kicking your butt. And obviously, I'm real impressed with the way you powered through and didn't quit and kept on going. But I'm even more impressed at, you being honest and vulnerable with people and not trying to pretend that you were something that you weren't. Telling people, Tyler, that, you're mainly used to playing video games and stuff. That's, a lot of people would take some flack for that. And that was brave and honest and real, and I think you probably got a ton of respect from people. You definitely got a ton of respect from me on that, but way to go. I just want to give you my kudos on that, buddy. Let's see who is in here. Lori made it. Fantastic. That is cool. Yeah, Lori, you missed a good live with Daniel there, but his lives are earlier in the evening, and it's kind of right on top of dinner there. He had a good time. He was doing his show and tell with all of his pocket knives and stuff, which was really fun, though. We had a good time. Hey, while we're on the topic, and since Lori is here, and Daniel just gave me his Merry Christmas super chat, Lori, I want to tell you what I did with your Christmas gift last week, and I'm going to show you. So, the little super chat, the very generous super chat that Lori gave me last week, combined with a little bit of money that I had gotten from a couple other people as Christmas gifts, and I bought a nice little gift for the channel. So if you know what, let me see why it's not coming up. I think it's because I got the app hidden. Let's hide the app, silly. There we go. So who knows what that is? I bet most of you do. Probably some of you. This is an Elgato Stream Deck, and it's a pretty cool toy. They have multiple different versions, and there's some with 6 buttons. There's one with 15 buttons, which is what this is, and there's one with like 32 buttons or something. I got this 15 button deal, and if I zoom in on it a little bit, you can see it better. It's really cool. It plugs in to the computer with USB, and you can program these buttons to do all kinds of different things in a lot of different applications. It can do stuff inside of Chrome. It can do stuff inside of Keynote. You can push it, and you can make it control like your smart house and stuff. But for live streamers, it's integrated with Ecamm. It works with OBS too, but I'm not using OBS. I'm using Ecamm. And so when you turn it on with Ecamm, instead of reaching up on the mouse and clicking the play button on different scenes to go from the start inset shot of me like this, I'm reaching up to the keyboard and the mouse and I'm clicking on this. What you can do instead is you can just click these buttons, and you can even program what the icon looks like on the button. And they're lit up with a little LCD screen. They're basically a little computer monitor screen inside of every single one of those buttons. And you can program the icon, and then you can just reach down and hit those buttons in front of you to switch these scenes. So I can make a button that says wide and go to, look at this. How do you like this? I've got a wide shot scene set up with my phone set up as a camera over there. So, Lori, you contributed to this fun toy, and it's not here yet. It's supposed to arrive in a couple days, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it and learning how it works and everything like that. I think it's going to be awesome, and I think it's going to make my life a lot easier, because I like playing with. I've got a scene where I'm sharing Chrome, like when I want to show you guys, for example, the dashboard, or I want to show you the live stream status, stuff like that. Like, look at this, guys, 3,199 subscribers. Let's hit refresh and see what happened. If anything, nope. So I'm trying to hit 3,200 by Christmas. I think we pretty much made it. But if I want to share this screen, I can just go to this scene by hitting one button on that Stream Deck. And if I want to go to my Keynote screen when I'm doing readings, and I've got that on screen, or if I want to go to this cool wide shot like this, I can just hit a button. And you can also put little indicators. So there's buttons that you can program into these little miniature screens that say things like how many people are watching right now. There's just a million different things. It's a pretty neat tool. It was, I got the one with the fancy buttons. There's one that has really high-end tactile buttons, kind of like a mechanical keyboard would have. So this 15-button deal was like $150. But Lori, you were a big chunk of that. So thank you very much for that super chat of generosity last week. You left me speechless, honestly. Let me get caught up a little bit on the chat, because y'all are talking away and I don't know what you're saying. You're talking to each other. It's okay, Lori. Tyler, hope you feel better. Oh, your temperature's 100.9? Yikes. Mamma mia. Yeah, you did so great on that video, the honesty you were showing. Yeah, it makes you want to go get a new knife. I guess I should do a show and tell of my pocket knives too. I can play Daniel and do a show and tell sometime. That'd be pretty fun. I got enough of them. We'll keep doing it until Mike breaks down and buys a new, becomes a new, gives himself a new knife. Now, what does this? You just became a member, did you? Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. We got 3 people now. Let's take a look at that Chrome shot again. Let's go back to this, and let's refresh it. Look at that down there in the bottom middle, right here in the middle of the screen. Mike's Adventure Sparks is a new member. Well, thank you, Mike. I hope I earn your dollar every month. When you get a chance, go into the channel, and then if you haven't already done this and poked around, you'll come over to this tab that says Membership. And in here, you're going to get to see all the videos and posts and everything that I've made only for members. And there's quite a lot of them, including all these behind-the-scenes videos. Some of my older videos are still in here. Things that I've made private from the channel are available. You can see some of this older stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. And I've got a ton of members-only posts as well. If we go into this post tab, I write stuff just to the members all the time. So that makes 3 members, Mike. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I'll tell you what, when I get that Stream Deck button duel, I'm going to make a cool little animation like Rob the Maritimer has for his, when somebody becomes a member. If somebody joins, I'll make a little cool animation and sound so I can be like him. And you can see I'm already copying him with my holiday lights across the top of the screen here. I put that on. Then I have on my wide shot, got the holiday lights. I just little picture I drew up in Photoshop. So thank you, Mike. That is so cool, man. So cool to have 3 of you guys. All of us people, when we're small channels, as we become friends and more, what's the word I'm really looking for here? As we become more familiar with each other, we're the kind of people that are going to be each other's super fans when we finally do have a blow up channel, and whichever one of our channels all start to blow up and become big, which is going to be all of us, if you ask me, we'll still have this core friendship and this core group of people who have known each other since we were small, So Daniel said on his live he considers everybody family, and I feel exactly the same. Yeah, so I think you guys are saying cool here about the button flicker there. And now look here, this fella here, I want to introduce you guys to Race Lever, because Race Lever was cracking me up in Rob's live stream the other day. And Race, I encourage you, come up with a YouTube channel idea, because you were cracking me. You have such a sense of humor, man. I'm glad you made it over here and found me. You can be my stalker. You can be my designated stalker. You guys watch this comment on this fella here. He's gonna crack you up, And Tyler says, be right back. Scotty, I thought I would share. My son is watching his favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. I laughed so hard when he turned it on. That's funny. Yeah, we were talking on Rob's stream. He was asking us for our favorite Christmas movies, and mine is First Blood, which is the first Rambo movie from the early 80s. It takes place at Christmas time, and there's some Christmas trees in the background, so I say it counts. And a lot of people say Die Hard counts because it takes place at the company Christmas party when he shows up. So I agree with people who say both of those can be Christmas movies. Why not? That's sweet. I can't wait for my bass replica mount to be delivered so I can show y'all. That'll be a really good show and tell for your channel. I have a storytelling video planned, which is new for me, but Lori and Scott are pretty good at that. Well, thank you, man. I think you did a nice job storytelling tonight on your live stream. You were talking about your great-grandparents who had passed away. That was a pretty good storyteller mode there, too. And I agree with Lori here. Rest and fluids. Rest and fluids. That is the way to do it. Yep. And Tyler's back. Yes, Lori, I've been drinking and drinking. And look at this. You guys probably already saw this, but I'm just working my way down through the chat, and now Mike's dropped a 5 note on me. You guys are just too generous. You're killing me with these things. Much as I appreciate it, this is going to go towards stuff for the channel. I told Rob that last April is when I decided to take it seriously and learn everything I needed to do for the channel and everything I was doing wrong. And, treat it like a business, right? Treat it serious. And earlier this morning, I went through all of my expenses that I've spent on things like this camera that I'm talking to and this microphone that I'm talking to and, lights, right? I've got this little handheld light, which isn't a very expensive thing. I think that was like $10. But some of the stuff is pretty expensive. And I added up how much I've spent, and I added up how much I've made in YouTube. And I'm way in the red for this year. But that's okay, because the stuff I bought is an investment that will last, and I won't have to buy that stuff again. But I think an important part of treating it like a business is to be aware, at least, of, once you become monetized, what you're earning on it and what you're spending on it. And so I know I'm in the hole like $1,000, which is essentially the price of the camera. The camera was like $900. But that's okay, because I am aware of it, and I don't have to keep buying that stuff. But Mike, man, I'm really super grateful. That is so sweet of you. I really, every time when you guys do one of those, all I can say is I'm speechless. So thank you so much. I do too, Tyler. Everybody here is awesome. Everybody here is outstanding and cool. And look, here's Pearlman. Welcome back, Pearlman. It was nice to see you over in Daniel's channel. And I can't remember if you were in Rob's live stream or not. I think you were. Pearlman, are you a YouTuber? Let me take a peek here. If I can go to my little thing where I can click this and I can say go to channel. Yeah, Pearlman, let's show everybody your channel here for a second. It looks pretty cool. All right, so Pearlman is into some pretty cool stuff here. New shoulder strap for a compound bow. Let's highlight the URL so I can send that. Compound boat, cleaning and maintaining my 90-gallon. Goodness gracious, that's a big reef, bro. My little tank behind me, you can see here is a nano tank. I think it's a 15-gallon, so that's pretty cool. Waterproof tents. Here you are using a chronometer to measure the velocity of your 156 grain M18 6.5. Is that a 6.5 Creedmoor? A lot of cool stuff. A lot of hunting, a lot of outdoors, a lot of pew-pew. So here, let me drop this in the chat so you guys can all see the link to this, because I know you guys can't really see people's channels very easily. You have to kind of go type them. So Perlman, I'm glad you're here, man. Be sure you're subscribed if you're not, so you get notified when I do these lives, which is every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And if you get a chance, check out everybody's channel in the chat, because we're all a bunch of friends. We're all good people. Perlman, if you feel comfortable with it, let us know where you are. I'd love to know where in the country you're watching from, but don't feel like you have to. Let me keep going. I'm going to get behind on the chat here. Hello, individual person. I told you this guy's funny. He's a comedian. Me too. I put a lot of money into you, but it's okay. I enjoy it. Exactly. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't like it. Exactly. We will never financially recover from this, like in Tiger King. I know that quote. Yep. Well, hello, CL. I am so glad you made it over. So now we got Daniel, we got CL, and we got Lori, which means now is the time that I want to do a very special trail news. And I do trail news every week. This will be very short, but I think the three of you will appreciate this. So welcome to Trail News for the week of December 14, 2025 from Escaping the Suburbs. Our news of this week, first story from Massachusetts. A new segment of the Farmington Canal Heritage Trail in New Haven is set to open this spring. This 1.5-mile segment, which is phase 4 of a 5-phase plan to improve the trail, will link Temple Street and the Yale campus with downtown New Haven. The trail runs 56 miles from New Haven down into Massachusetts and is part of the larger East Coast Greenway, a 3,000-mile trail from Florida to Maine. So, Lori, if your feet feel like walking, you can hop on the incredible trail to Florida. It's just a short little 3,000 miles walk. From Pensacola, Big Lagoon State Park in Pensacola, Florida spans 705 acres along the Intracoastal Waterway. It sits on the northern shore of Big Lagoon, separating the mainland from Perdido Key. The park offers hiking, kayaking, camping, fishing, and birdwatching. Visitors can explore trails, beaches, and marshes. A 3-story observation tower provides view of the lagoon and Florida's Gulf. Now you say, that doesn't sound like news. That just sounds like a statement of what exists, which is true because I couldn't find any news on a trail opening in the Panhandle. And I'm sure there are some, but that's what I got from Pensacola. What's the matter, Suki? How you doing? You guys want to say Suzuki hi with the wide shot? Hi. Did you finally wake up from your nap? That's good. And from Indiana, the Next Level Trails will invest $180 million, the largest infusion of state trail funding in Indiana history, toward the development of regionally and located significant trails throughout Indiana. Next Level Trails incentivizes collaborative efforts to accelerate trail connections. The Department of Natural Resources administers the program. And that is your trail news for this week of December 24th, 2025. If you have any trail news from your area, please email it to me at escapingthesuburbs@gmail.com. Now get into nature and escape the stress. So how do you like that, folks? I had 3 news stories and trail news for you that was customized to you, my favorite viewers. Lori, Daniel, and CL, that was for you. And now look who here, suddenly a wild Chiba appears. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you've seen Chiba before in some of our other live streams. I think he has joined me before. But this is my very good friend, Chiba131, who I have known since I was a dumb, young 17-year-old. And he was probably a dumb, young 18-year-old. So Chiba and I go back to high school days together. We played music in bands together, and we are the two operators of the world's longest running, continuously operated text message chain. Goes back, I don't know, 35 years? It predates text messaging. So, hey, Chiba, glad you made it, buddy. It's awesome to see you. You guys, Chiba emailed me the coolest Christmas present. It came today. It's a guitar pedal that I have to build, like a Lego set. It's a guitar pedal. You gotta like break apart the printed circuit board and put it all inside the metal enclosure and wire up the button and wire up the light. This is the coolest. It's the coolest toy for grown-up musicians I've ever seen. But he knows me pretty well, so very cool. I'm glad you're here, Chibi. Everybody say hi, Chiba. Hey, Chiba. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hey. Everybody's saying yo. Everybody's saying what's up. +1 kitty points. All right, I got a +1 from Race Lever, the town comedian, the town crier, and the group comedian for the kitty cat. Okay, so I love Big Lagoon. I had a feeling you knew about that one there, CL. I have some videos of it on. Oh, I'm going to have to go look for those. I didn't know you had videos already made up of Big Lagoon. And Perdido Key. We're going to have to check that out. And then I call out the Indiana spot, and Daniel says, go Hoosiers. Hoosiers Daddy. Hey, Daniel, I only caught a few minutes of your live, but I left it running so you would get the watch time. Well, that was nice. That was nice. And Wes says, or Chiba says that the guitar pedal sounds good, too. Of course it does. It's a Klon circuit. It's going to sound fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty neat idea. Yeah. Man, I miss the good old days. You know, Tyler, if only there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before they're over. A very wise man once said that, right? Hey, guess what happened yesterday? I think most of you already know, but let me tell you that Rob the Maritimer, the YouTube coach and internet superstar, held a live stream yesterday, as he always does on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And he had some very special guests. Some small YouTubers come in and share their Christmas holidays and what 2025 has meant to them and what their plans are for 2026. And yours truly was one of the very special guests, as was Lori. Lori here in the chat from Lori's Soul Circle was another one of the very special guests with Rob. And I had a great time. I think we had more fun in the green room, which is basically a big Zoom call meeting, hanging out as special guests in our own private chat than we did actually going live with Rob. We had so much fun, and between me and Brooke Sears, we were kind of cracking the place up a little bit, but that was a great time. I had a blast with him, and kind of going through with him sort of the history of how I turned the channel around in April and repointed it in a new direction, kind of inspired me to go make a video about, I guess you'd say, my history or the history of the channel and what I plan to do in 2026. So I am going to push that video out on Friday morning, and that will be this week's video, which is going to be a brand new video, freshly made. Usually I do have 4 or 5 videos waiting to go, so I usually push out the oldest video, and the newest ones become the old ones, and eventually they get pushed out. But I'm going to give you guys the brand newest video because it's on topic with Rob's live stream where I got to be a guest on there. So it inspired me to sort of tell at the end of the year here what the channel's been up to and what I hope it's going to be up to soon. That's a good question. I was wondering where Tex is. Tex being my dad. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe he's having dinner or forgot that we're live streaming or maybe with the holidays, he's not paying attention to what day of the week it is. I tell you something weird. He doesn't get notifications, even though he's got the bell turned on. Like, I've done screen sharing with him and seen his screen. He's got notifications turned on. He doesn't get them. He can't see posts, the text posts that we make for each other on our channel, where I just put some text and say, hey, hope that everybody's doing a great, having a great day or something. He doesn't see those. I don't know. His YouTube's broken or something. So I don't know where my dad is, but he's not here. But that's okay. All right. So big deal. A pedal you assemble. I got you an entire band equipment set that you have to source and mine the materials, minerals for, get rights to mine, manufacture the parts, ship them yourself, then assemble it. It's not a contest, but I think I just won this thing. Yeah, you won. You're right. And you gave me the deed to the land that this mining is going to operate on, and you gave me the heavy equipment, and you gave me the flatbed trailer to haul the heavy equipment, just to mine the minerals, to build the entire band equipment. All that just to make a microphone stand, It's probably overkill, race lever. So you guys, you all got to see the live stream, which is cool. I know Mike was in there. Daniel won a drawing on that live stream. And you said in your live stream that you already started to, you say that here. You already started to watch some of that free course that he gave you. It's funny because his channel is YouTubing over 40, and the course is about starting YouTube when you're up there in years. And Daniel, you're only like 34 years old, but it doesn't matter. I'm positive that everything in that entire course is going to be a great information for you, Yeah, it's weird, right? If I go hunting through my notifications, I usually do see them. If I click the bell icon in the top right corner and scroll down through the notifications, I see them. But the ones that it chooses to pop up and tell us, like on our phone and stuff, I think it's hit or miss. You're right, Yeah. Yeah, you don't have a germanium mine too, Wes? Where are you getting your fuzz pedals from, man? How are you doing your paper and oil caps if you don't have your own germanium mine? Come on. Get with it, Wes. So let's see. I said this was going to be a shorter than average live stream because it is Christmas Eve and I want people to be able to go spend time with their family. But here I am chatting away. What time is it getting to be? It's already 1:30. Wasn't even watching the time. Let me take a look on my notes here. I am curious what you folks consider, like what you're hoping for your Christmas present this year. If you have a specific thing that you want for your present that maybe you're buying for yourself. Sometimes we buy our own Christmas presents, Some people surprise their spouses and some people just say, buy what you want and it's from me, that kind of thing. So I am curious what would be, what's going to be your cool Christmas present to yourself or from your spouse or whatever, from yourself this year. Is it legal to buy a course for over 40 if you're still in your 30s? Perhaps he used a fake ID. Well, I think we need to send the YouTube police. So let's put out an all points bulletin for Daniel. Last seen in Indiana wearing mossy oak camouflage and a blaze orange hat, showing off pocket knives on YouTube. And then when he ran out of pocket knives, he started showing his deer skinning kit. And when he ran out of his deer skinning kit, oh, Daniel, I got to tell you why I was trolling you on your live stream. Not in a big way, but I'm going to explain it. I'm going to confess. All throughout Daniel's live stream, I kept saying the same phrase over and over. I kept saying, I wonder what Travis Tritt's doing today. And then a little bit later, I said, I wonder what Randy Travis is doing today. And then a little bit later, I said, I wonder what Dwight Yoakam is doing today. And Daniel, bless his heart, is making an honest attempt to answer my silly questions as I continue to ask the craziest, off-the-wall, 90s country people, what are they doing today? And what I'm doing there is I'm quoting a very huge YouTuber called Vice Grip Garage. Huge guy with, hundreds of thousands of views on every single video. Guy puts out a video and 2 hours later, it's got 125,000 views. But he restores, I wouldn't say he restores, he revives old vehicles that he finds sitting in a field. Lots and lots of pickup trucks, but also muscle cars, sports cars, vintage classic cars that he finds sitting rusting as a hulk in a field. And I'm telling you, he gets them running out there in the field. He squirts ether into them and goes through them and puts in new plugs and wires and throws a battery in it and turns it over and coaxes that thing back to life. And within a few hours has them running, throws some new tires on them and drives them out of the field and takes them home, and then sands them down and clear coats them, usually with the rust still showing and the patches still showing. It's a really fun channel. He's kind of famous for his quirky descriptions for every auto part you've ever heard of. So he's got his own word for every auto part. Like, instead of a carburetor, he calls it a fuel make it happener. And instead of a distributor, it's a lightning whirly or something like that. And the alternator is the lightning whirler juicer or something. And spark plug cables are lightning tubes or lightning hoses or something like that. He's really funny. He's very enjoyable. Obviously a family man. His kids are always involved, helping him with the restorations. His wife is always out there helping him restore, especially things like the upholstery and the interior. Obviously a family man. Cares deeply about his family. I can tell he supports the veterans. He's just an all-around good old dude. I think he's from Minnesota. His shop for a while was in Wisconsin, and he's moved to Tennessee, so now he's in Tennessee. But in every single video, at some point while he's wrenching on a car, he'll just mutter to himself, "Oh, I wonder what Travis Tritt's doing today." Or he'll just name some 90s country singer, and it's hilarious. "Oh, I wonder what Trisha Yearwood's doing today." And it's just so funny. So, Daniel, I was trolling you with all those questions today. I'm not sorry. I had a good time. I'll do it to you again, but you were a good sport. So that was that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Well, Tyler, in 6 years, you'll be able to take his YouTubers Over 40 course. That'll be great. Okay, so your present to yourself is nothing. You're being diligent and you're being responsible and saving for your MacBook for your channel, because right now I think you do all your video editing like on an iPad or something, which has to be difficult. So I commend your responsibility to say, I'm going to continue saving for a MacBook. I think it's going to be a good purchase for you for when you get it. I'm going to surprise my spouse by buying myself one for Christmas. She'll be shocked. Buying yourself one what? A spouse? Buying yourself a spouse? Or am I missing a point? Or a Christmas present. Maybe you're just saying by buying yourself a Christmas present, she'll be shocked. Give me some clarification on that one. I gave myself an extra mortgage payment for Christmas this year. You made that extra payment at the end of the year to knock out a bunch of your principal interest-free. Me too, CL, except for I want an Apple laptop. Well, I think that's what she means when she says MacBook. A MacBook is an Apple laptop, so I think that is what she means, you know? Daniel was getting annoyed. He was getting annoyed at my, I wonder what Randy Travis is doing today. I should steal that catchphrase. It's so funny. I'm going to have to go rewatch that live. You're going to laugh so hard when you see my comments flying by over and over. I kept saying that all the time. You know, he does talk about headers sometimes, but you would love his channel, CL. I mean, you're a gearhead. You got to be the most gearheadness woman that I've ever come across on YouTube, and you have got to go check out Vice Grip Garage. I don't know if he has a special word for glass packs. I'll tell you another couple more. He he gets out sometimes. He got his croissant wrench instead of his crescent wrench. He calls it a croissant wrench. And what's the other thing he does? Oh my goodness. The battery is the lightning box or something like that. The coolant is ice cube water. Ice cube water is the coolant. And there's one more tool that I can't think of right now that I know he says he gets sometimes. The croissant wrench, and I'll think of it. I don't know. Goodness, CL, you got to go watch Vice Grip Garage right after this is over. Looks like Mike maybe has already come across them. That's good. I hope you all have an amazing day tomorrow. Even though I did not make Daniel's live, I echo his sentiments. I have become so fond of all of you. I love you guys. Need to run. Hope to see you Sunday. 100%. Yep. Everybody remember Lori Soul Circle will be live on Sunday night, and we will see you then, ma'am. Yes, he's from Minnesota. I knew where his garage was. Been there several times before he moved and before he got real big. That's so cool. I can tell from his channel, it looks like he also used to drive and race cars locally and stuff like that. What a super cool dude. I'm glad you know who I'm talking about. That's good. His channel is enormous. He's huge right now. All right, well, we have done the trail news. We talked about Rob's show. We talked about what present you want to get. We talked about Lori's gift to me from Lori Soul Circle. We talked about the Elgato Stream Deck I bought myself with some of the money from Lori. It is now 40 minutes into the live stream. Fun fact, the battery in my car is in the trunk. Okay, if your battery is in your trunk, I'm going to predict you have a Corvette. I don't think that's where those are always at. A Corvette, or you have one of those new old Dodges, one of the modern heritage versions of the Dodges, kind of like what Chiba drives. Chiba drives a Challenger or Charger, one of those. I'm going to predict you got one of those, CL. Let me know what you got. Tell me how badly I guessed. Let's talk about the phrase, the most gear-headedness woman on YouTube. Yes, the emoji queen of our channel, who comments on, I don't know how you guys do it, commenting on every short, because we put out a lot of shorts. I make a lot of reels and a lot of shorts, and somehow CL manages to post the owl and the palm tree and the wave and the heart all the time. So she is definitely the most gear-headedness emojified queen woman on YouTube. I think Tesla batteries make up the floor. I think that the bottom floor plate of the entire car is kind of multiple batteries set up low and low like that. I don't know. You don't have a vet yet. You don't have a vet yet? When are you going to get a vet yet? How can you forget to get a vet yet? You got to have a vet yet. I have a Dodge Dart. Love the Mopar engines. A Cobalt SS. Turbocharged and lowered. Well, guess what? I don't know what that is, but I have access to the internet, so I'm gonna pull it up. Let's go together and go see what that means. Oh, I forgot to subscribe to Perlman. I got to do that right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, so a Cobalt SS with turbo and lowered. What's it look like? What is it? Oh, it's a Hellcat killer. It's a Hellcat. Oh, I see what kind of car this is. It's a Chevy. Powerful 2.0 liter turbocharged Ecotec engine, 260 horsepower, 260. Oh, my goodness. Vice Grip Garage has a funny way of saying foot-pounds. What does he say? He calls this foot lbs or something like that. Foot libs. It's really funny what he says. 5-speed manual. You got a manual? Please tell me you got a manual transmission. You got it, right? So this kind of looks almost like, it reminds me sometimes of that Subaru Toyota partnership, whatever that vehicle was. I forget, the WRX or something like that. This is a hot little car, though. Man, I bet that thing drives. Top speed, ludicrous speed. That's pretty cool. How's the live stream doing here? We got these comments from these folks. Hey, look at that. We got Merry Christmas. We got Merry Christmas, and we got our new member. We've got 6 concurrent viewers, which is low for this live stream, but it's Christmas Eve. I don't expect as many people to show up. 14 people dropped in and 6 at a time. That's cool. And here's that stream deck we got for Christmas. So cool. Here's the wide shot. Cat's behaving over here. Little Zuki, can you see her? Yeah. Suzuki. Suzuki the cat. Well, hey, we have gone through everything that's in my show notes. All my show notes we've gone through, and I don't want to take up any time. Yeah, it's a manual. Fantastic. Good. And Daniel's car is paid off. We are working on paying our car off. My car has been paid off for a long, long time, but we got the wife a car over at CarMax a couple years back, something like that, and we got to get that thing paid off and get that done with. The nice thing about CarMax is you get a 2-year-old car, it costs half price, you know. Get one with about 20 or 30,000 miles on it, and half price, man. I usually watch a fireplace, but this is fun too. Well, listen up, buddy. I got news for you. I got the fireplace going right here. That's the Florida fireplace running right down there. And you can see it's got holiday decorations all across the mantle. So I'm glad I'm at least as fun as your fireplace, you know. If I wasn't able to compete with your fireplace, I'd feel pretty bad. Oh, I got two more kitty points. So that's, well, one more kitty point. So no, plus 2 means I got 2 more. So that's a total of 3, right? I think let's look at your last. I forgot. You gave me 1 the last time, and now I got 2. So now I have 3 kitty cat points. That's good to know. Very good. You bought your car cash. Kid totaled your Suzuki SX4. Suzuki, did you hear that? A kid totaled her Suzuki. Unreal. I can't believe it. And so you bought your new car cash. So I guess you bought it with insurance money. That's good. Very good. Well, hey, I'm not going to continue to ramble because I know that you guys will stay here out of... Where'd she go? She jumped and walked. Hi. What are you doing? Come say hi. Come here. Come say hi to Race over here. Come here. Oh, you're such a cat. Come here. Oh, cats, man, I tell you. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you. Thank you very much for joining me for Christmas Eve. Like I said, you guys are awesome. Daniel had it right when he said everybody here, we all know each other a little bit, and it's kind of like a little YouTube family, you know? Minus 1 point for poor Kitty Point reflexes. Listen, Race Lever, you're going to have to set notifications because I'm going to need you on every single live stream because you're cracking me up. And I'm not going to be able to do this live stream anymore if you're not here to contribute. You're kind of like my own personal Statler and Waldorf, right? That's an old person reference. Yeah, all cats are like this, man. They're so full of themselves. What are you going to do? All right, folks, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for chiming in and dropping in, and I appreciate every single one of you. I hope everybody's Christmas is unbelievably cool. I will see you next week, which will be New Year's Eve. I'll do a short live stream next week for New Year's, and maybe we'll hunt around on the internet and see if we can find any video of early New Year's fireworks, like in American Samoa or New Zealand or someplace where it's already tomorrow. We'll look on the internet next week and see if we can watch some fireworks ahead of time, something like that. So thanks, folks. I will see you guys next week. And don't forget, this coming Friday, I'm going to release a video where I sort of tell what's been up with this channel and what's going to be up with this channel. And I will